Now let's talk about ropes for a little bit. When you first start out climbing, a single rated 70-meter dynamic rope is probably going to be your first purchase. And these are great. This rope right here is just that, and it's going to get me anywhere I want to go, both up and down, rappelling, ice climbing, ski mountaineering, rock climbing, cragging, you name it. I can take this rope anywhere, okay? The problem is it's really heavy. And so then after you get this rope and you have the budget for a next rope, you might want to upgrade to getting a double or half rated rope. Those are the same thing, double and half. And then from there, you might want to get a twin rated rope. This actually has a dual certification, it's twin and half. It's confusing, but it's just skinnier, okay? This is a lot lighter than this. So if I'm going to do a light and fast mission, I might carry two of these instead of this and another single rated rope. With half or double rated ropes, you're going to be able to clip pieces alternately, and that can reduce rope drag. If you have a really wandering pitch, you might want to clip all the orange on to the right and all the purple to the left, or whatever the case may be. And then you can also clip them together in the same carabiner. The nice thing is that it's just less rope weight than two single rated ropes. The downside is that there's a lot of stretch in these. So if you take a fall, and these can catch a leader fall, just one of them. It's going to really stretch before it finally stops. So it's going to be a really soft fall, but if you're in lower angle terrain, there's a greater chance of hitting a ledge than with a single rated rope. If you're on vertical terrain, then this will give you a really, really soft catch because that bungee, there's more bungee in a thinner cord and more elasticity in a thinner cord. So if you're just falling into space, you're going to fall further, but if you have nothing to hit, then that's great for both your pieces and your kidneys. They're not going to get bruised from a hard fall. So that's single rated, half rated. There's also twin rated ropes, and think of Siamese twins where you have to clip everything together. And this is specifically for ice climbing. The final category of ropes or cords is a tagline or pull cord. This is really thin 5 to 6 millimeter cords that are used for rappelling or crevasse rescue or really going down. They generally don't have any type of dynamic properties, so you cannot lead climb on them as you could a single or half or double rated rope. Okay, so in this context, just to cut to the chase, I really like this Sterling VTEX 5.4 rated 5.4 millimeter thickness, rated to 15 kilonewtons cord. This thing is awesome. I've been using it for probably 6 or 7 years now. It's really durable for how thin it is, and it's got a polyester sheath and a Dyneema core, and that Dyneema core is where it gets that 15 kilonewtons strength with being pretty much a shoelace. So I'll use this for ski mountaineering, crevasse rescue, lowering somebody, anywhere where I don't need a dynamic catch or those attributes of a dynamic rope. What just came out, and I just got this in the mail, hence my encouraging excitement to shoot this video, is this Petzl pull cord. This is 6 millimeters as well, also made out of Dyneema. This is 65 meters, this is 60 meters. They're exactly the same weight, so that's awesome. This one has a little bit more girth to it, and it'll take up a little bit more space in your pack, but just a little bit, really. And it's got a really nice feel, handles really well. This one gets a little bit more twisty than this one so far, and this one has replaced my Sterling RIT 900. This is the hollow block stuff, and I really like this because it's very supple. I can shove it in my pack and it just fills all those little voids, so it doesn't take up that much space in my pack. And but it's heavier, okay, than this one, and they're about the same price. So this is 45 meters of RIT 900. The other ones I have here today are this Mammut glacier cord, and they sell this as a glacier rope. It's also hyperstatic, so same attributes as the other ones I just showed you, but it's really expensive. It's $460 for a 65-meter rope. And in that same category is the Petzl Radline. So these two, and this is $460 as well for a 65-meter section. So they pitted against each other, Petzl and Mammut, to, this is the competitors to each other. This is a 30-meter section, so don't be confused by that. And this is a lot lighter than this. And this is a lot lighter than this. So the Mammut glacier cord, in my opinion, because of the cost, because of the weight, it is not in my quiver anymore. But it can be, it can have use. It's probably maybe a touch more durable than this, but the weight doesn't justify that in my mind. So, and then the final one that is kind of a unique idea, and I definitely want to give Edelrid props for coming up with this kind of in-between. It's a 6-millimeter cord that you could lead on in a pinch. You wouldn't want to go to the crag with this rope and lead climb on it, or even, well, yeah, I guess you could top rope on it. It's so super thin, it'd be hard to catch with how thin it is with belay device. But the idea is that you could lead on it and it'll break. It passed like 1 or 2 or 3 tests that they do to see about leader falls, and a standard rope, one of these ropes will catch 5 to 9 falls. And so anyway, it does have some elastic properties. It is heavier, it is cheap, but it's heavy and bulky. This is 30-meter section. So the Edelrid, what's it called? Wrap Safe or something like that, is out when compared to the Petzl pole. So those are the 6 options I have right here, right now. In summary, I think this combo is the bomb. If you're only going to get one, I'd probably get the Sterling VTX. If you're going to get 2, I'd get one of each of these. Now, one caveat is that Sterling only sells this VTX in 50 and 100 and 200 meter spools. So if you only need 50 meters, that's great, you're set. If you want 60 or 65 meters to match your single rated rope, then you would need to get the 100-meter spool and cut it into 60 and then have a 40. I also use this for my cordelettes, and so it's awesome for that. So you do have to spend a little bit more to get 100 meters, and then you have that left over, and you can chop it down as you see fit. To aid in your purchasing of a pull cord when you're ready to do that, I've added this Google Sheet that has all the different attributes, trying to compare apples to apples so that you can make the decision that's best for your application.